Welcome, Thriving Talks and Anthony. Today we're going to have an insightful conversation. For those that are new to the channel, we make mental health conversations and the content that's going to be beneficial to your personal development in addition to your well-being, right? But in today's conversation, we're going to be talking about the topic is the role of laughter yoga and mental health, and how laughter can be able to help you heal, right? So for those out there, the purpose for this video is really going to be able to help explore the physical and mental health benefits of laughter yoga, showing laughter based experiences and exercises that are going to be able to help one reduce stress, boost mood, and be able to promote overall, that wellness. It's very important to have balance in life, be able to, have like an activity or something that's going to be able to help you regulate whatever's going on. And by able to dive into something like this and, have an intentional activity, we'll be able to help, like I mentioned, that overall wellness, right? So I want to be able to introduce in our first segment, what is laughter yoga? For those that are new to this and then just new to this whole, laughter yoga, let's really dive into it. Right, so laughter yoga combines laughter with yoga breathing techniques to promote physical and emotional well-being. It highlights, and it may sound unusual for some people, but the power of laughter is scientifically proven to improve both your body and your mind, right? So I want to be able to, add that element into yoga, because why not smile, why not laugh, why not have fun, right? So some key points I want to dive into is going to basically be the definition of laughter yoga, a unique practice that combines intentional laughter with yoga breathing to release that stress, that release that tension, improve mood, and strengthen the immune system. Moving forward, we're going to talk about the origin. So it was developed in 1995 in India. Laughter yoga improves spontaneous laughter along with stretching and deep breathing exercises, right? So yoga has its, like I said, elements of that fun, spontaneous laughter and that fun, in addition to doing, the deep breathing exercises to be able to regulate and release that stress. So let's talk about some research. According to a 2020 study from the International Journal of Yoga, laughter yoga has been proven to improve emotional well-being and release stress and increase serotonin levels, right? So which helps alleviate symptoms of depression and anxiety, right? So by able to practice and get yourself involved into an activity such as laughter yoga, will be able to help you release and get away from that depression and anxiety. So it's a helpful technique. Moving on to our next segment is how laughter affects mental health. As we both know, like I said, it's scientifically proven to benefit us in the body in addition to our mind, but let's dive into it more in specifics, right? So laughter is not just about fun, it's therapeutic as well. When we laugh, our brain releases endorphins that make us feel good, that make us feel up, and these hormones that help us release that stress and anxiety, which is essential, right? We need to get that out of our body, we need to get that out of our mind, and doing these things on a deeper level will be able to help our body and our mind, release negative feelings, right? And these impacts. So some key points I want to dive into is endorphin releases. So laughter triggers the release of endorphins, improving mood and providing pain relief. Another is cortisol production, which is that stress, hormone. So laughter reduces cortisol, that hormone that is responsible for stress, as I just mentioned, helping the body to relax and calm down, which is really essential. We need to keep that balance. Another key point is going to be improved blood circulation. So laughter increases oxygen intake into our body, into our blood, so that blood flow, which has benefits for both the mental and physical health, right? So that's just the positivity aspect of when it comes to that laughter and how it improves our overall, mental health. Some key research studies published by the American Journal of Lifestyle Medicine in 2018 shows that laughter yoga significantly lowers levels of cortisol and boosts mood, making it effectively, an effective intervention for those with high stress and anxiety, right? So this is really beneficial for those out there, like I said, that are dealing with stress, anxiety, and need some type of activity or coping mechanism to help them, regulate themselves and, break free from depression and that anxiety. Moving forward, the science behind laughter yoga, like I said, beyond it bringing you that enjoyment, that love, that laughter, and giving you that ability to kind of, have the positive emotions, we're going to break down into the science of, like I said, laughter yoga. So some key points I'm going to just dive right into is the neurological benefits, right? So the mind, right? So laughter engages the prefrontal cortex, the brain, front of the brain, which is involved with regulating emotions and decision making, right? Moving forward is going to be brain chemistry. Laughter increases dopamine, the reward neurotransmitters, which enhances feelings of happiness and pleasure, right? So this is all in the brain, mind. And then moving forward is going to be reduction of anxiety, right? Which is essential. The deep breathing aspects of laughter yoga comes, the mind, the nervous system, reducing overall feelings of anxiety, which is essential. When it comes to some research published by Psychiatry, research in 2021 showed that participants who regularly practiced in laughter yoga had lower levels of anxiety and depression, with significantly improvement in overall well-being. So this practice is essential. We wouldn't be talking about it if it wasn't of any use, wasn't any benefit. And like I said, who knew that adding laughter into yoga would be able to provide these overall feelings and reducing anxiety and depression, right? So moving on, we're going to be talking about practical techniques in laughter yoga. So, we're learning about it, but let's learn some things that we're able to implement into our daily routine, right? Like I said, when there's moments when we're dysregulated, we maybe feel angry, we may feel unease, you may feel anxious, we may feel depressed, we may feel whatever these emotions are. These are techniques and things that we're able to do proactively to give ourselves a better feeling and get ourselves level-headed, right? So let's dive into, like I said, laughter yoga and how it works and how some of these exercises are going to be able to help us, benefit yourself, and whether you're at home in a group setting or wherever that may be. So let's dive into some key points. So laughter with breathing, right? So begin with deep breathing, taking the deep breaths, inhaling deeply for about 4 seconds and laughing, for about 10 seconds, exhaling for the next, 4 seconds. So that's how, this pattern of laughing with breathing operates, right? So balancing that out. So, like I said, breathing, laughing, getting yourself that enjoyment out, and then, exhaling as well, right? Moving on is going to be lion's laughter. So with your hands on your knees, smile broadly, and then let out heartily laugh while sticking out your tongue like a lion. This helps basically release, tension in your face in addition to your jaw, right? Moving on would be laughter with clapping. So clap your hands in the rhythm with your laughter to synchronize the laughter with your body's movements, stimulating positive energy that will flow, right? So these are just different therapeutic modalities or things, aspects in regards to laughter yoga, and techniques in regards to how you're able to choose whatever strategy or exercise fits you're choosing. When it comes to research, insights from the Journal of Positive Psychology, participants who incorporated laughter yoga into their routine experienced significant decrease in anxiety and an increase in positive emotions and social interaction, right? So this is helping people be more social, have more social interactions, knowing how to cope and know how to balance their own depression, anxiety, and these emotions when they're proactively engaging into laughter yoga. Moving on to our next segment, we're going to be talking about emotional benefits of laughter yoga. Let's talk about some good attributes that are going to be able to help us out. When it comes to improving our physical health, it is profound that emotional benefits that tie into laughter yoga may be beneficial. So many people report feeling happier, more connected, and less overwhelmed after laughter yoga sessions, right? So getting yourself involved, this is going to be able to help, like I said, regulate and give you that balance. So let's just slide right into some key points. A key point is a great attribute is going to be stress relief, right? So regular laughter yoga sessions can lower anxiety stress levels, helping individuals feel more grounded and centered, which is we need, what we want, right? Next is going to be enhanced social connection. So laughter yoga often takes people into different, social environments, group settings, which helps foster a sense of community and belonging, right? So getting ourselves around different people, getting uncomfortable to then become comfortable is essential, and this enhances that social connection. Next is going to be boost that self-esteem, right? So by engaging in fun and playful activities, individuals are often experiencing greater self-acceptance and confidence, right? So when we feel at ease, we feel confident, we're getting familiar with these things, and we're sticking to a pattern. This is going to be able to help us boost confidence and that self-esteem, right? So when it comes to some research from a 2021 study from psychosomatic medicine found that laughter yoga led to increased feelings of social support and lower levels of depression, particularly in people experiencing chronic stress. So this is real, this is real, and this is real, and this can really benefit you when it comes to your emotions, and benefiting you when it comes to your confidence, and having more balance and feeling more at ease when it comes to your life and your well-being. So I want us to take that into consideration. Like I said, it lowers levels of depression, particularly for those who are experiencing chronic stress. Moving on, we're going to be talking about integrating laughter yoga into our daily life. How can we implement this into our daily life? Like I said, in order for us to really see the intuition of the benefits and the positive aspects of anything that we're doing, it takes consistency. It takes us to really get ourselves familiarized with the pattern and sticking to it to be able to integrate that. However, like I said, daily habits and how we're able to benefit this into our daily life, we're going to dive into that right now, right? So laughter yoga doesn't need to be limited to a class or a specific event. It can be easy to integrate these things to our daily routine to improve our mental health, right? So a key point is going to be start your day with laughter, right? So happiness, getting your mind regulated on a positive rhythm, and then maintaining them like that. But just staying on point is you want to spend about 5 to 10 minutes in the morning doing laughter exercises to start and set a positive tone for your day. You then want to move on to use laughter as a break, right? So if you feel stressed during the day, you want to take time for that laughter yoga to recharge and refocus, get your body regulated, get your body right, get your mind right. And then you want to persist moving on to laughter with friends and family, right? So laughter yoga can be a fun way to bond with your loved ones, friends, family, and reduce that stress together when you have that unison, right? So it's very important. I'm advocating for you to try this alone, try this by yourself, get your mind right, get your, you don't know what other people also got going on, but I want to make sure that you're good. But at the same time too, I want you also to consider having a support system or open this up to, people that are your loved ones, so they're able to, try something new, and that bond could, happen as well. So you're able to reduce stress together, right? Moving on to some research, I always want to always implement this in. And from the Journal of Clinical Psychology from 2022, found that individuals who participated in practice, right, laughter yoga experienced 35% reduction in stress levels, right? So this is significant. It's very important for us to practice. And like I said, when it comes to the benefits, we're able to see 35% reduction in our stress levels, which is phenomenal. So moving on, overall, we talked about the laughter yoga and the consistency, participating and smiling and feeling more relaxed after laughter in these sessions, how these things are able to help our mind and our body feel and be at ease and be more calmer. Laughter is truly one of the most powerful tools for healing, right? We talked about, and laughter yoga often is a unique way to harness and express, and it has its benefits for our mental health and our physical well-being. If you found that this video was beneficial, give a thumbs up, comment if necessary. If you find that you want to give any advice, and subscribe so you're able to get more intentional content. Thank you for having me. See you on the next one.